You know that feeling when you're scrolling through endless listings, trying to figure out if a standby generator is worth the space, the money, and the installation hassle? You've probably heard stories of people getting stuck in a blackout, watching the thermostat needle drop, or watching the TV flicker out just as the game is getting good. And you're thinking, I don't want to waste a fortune on something that ends up gathering dust in the garage. That uncertainty is real, especially when a 12 kilowatts unit sounds impressive on paper, but you're not sure if it will actually keep your home running the way you need it to. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's break it down from the perspective of someone who actually lives in a region where the grid flickers during summer storms or winter freezes. The KOHLER 12RESVL100 is pitched as a whole home standby solution, and it comes with an automatic transfer switch, ATS, built right into the unit. That means when the utility goes out, the generator senses the loss, starts up, and flips the switch to feed power to your house without you lifting a finger. For anyone who values a hands-free transition, think about keeping the furnace or central air running while you're in the middle of dinner prep. That automation is the biggest practical win. Now, who really benefits from a 12 kilowatts capacity? A typical single-family home with electric heating, a central air conditioner, and a handful of appliances will usually sit comfortably under that ceiling. The power boost technology that KOHLER advertises is designed to give that extra surge when a high-rush device like a refrigerator compressor or an electric water heater kicks on. In real life, that translates to the generator not stalling when you turn the AC on right after the lights come back on, something that cheaper units can struggle with. If you've got a home office with multiple monitors, a NAS server, and perhaps a small workshop with a table saw, the extra headroom means you won't have to constantly juggle which circuits stay live. On the flip side, the size and weight of the unit aren't something you can ignore. At 12 kilowatts, you're looking at a fairly hefty machine that needs a permanent indoor location with proper ventilation. It's not a portable solution you can wheel into the basement for a weekend camping trip. Installation will typically involve a licensed electrician to hook up the ATS, a fuel line. The model runs on natural gas or propane, and a dedicated exhaust vent. If you're renting, or if you're not prepared to invest in professional installation, that hidden cost can push the total outlay well beyond the sticker price. Another practical point is the premium power quality claim. KOHLER says the generator is engineered to protect sensitive electronics, and that matters if you have a home theater system, a high-end gaming PC, or medical devices that can't tolerate voltage spikes. In practice, the clean sine wave output reduces the risk of data corruption on your NAS or a sudden reboot of a smart fridge. For families that rely on smart home hubs, security cameras, or even a home-based VoIP line, that stability can be a silent but important benefit. What about the day-to-day usability? Once it's installed, the unit runs quietly enough that you can hear the hum, but it won't dominate the room. The control panel is straightforward. You set the runtime, monitor fuel levels, and see any fault codes. There's a built-in diagnostic that will alert you if the battery is low or if the oil pressure drops, which is handy for avoiding surprise shutdowns in the middle of a storm. However, the interface isn't touchscreen or app-driven. You still have to walk up to the unit for manual overrides. If you're looking for a generator you can control from your phone, this is a limitation. Let's talk about who should walk away. If you live in a mild climate where outages are rare and you only need a few essential circuits like a refrigerator and a few lights, a smaller, cheaper 5 kilowatts unit with a manual transfer switch might make more sense. You'd save on both equipment cost and installation fees, and you could even consider a portable inverter generator that you store in the garage and pull out only when needed. Also, if your home is already wired for a different brand's ATS, swapping in a KOHLER system could involve additional rewiring, which adds complexity. Conversely, if you've experienced multiple blackouts that left you without heat or cooling for hours, or if you run a home office where downtime translates directly to lost income, the KOHLER 12 kilowatts model starts to look like an investment rather than an expense. It's also a solid match for households that have a mix of high-draw appliances, think electric water heater, central air, and a pool pump, because the power boost feature helps keep those motors humming without the generator tripping. And if you already have natural gas service in the basement, the fuel supply is essentially free compared to diesel or gasoline, which keeps operational costs low. Now, let's address the value proposition.